Let's get this started. Let me switch to the thing. There we go. This is going to be a bit of a different episode of Feeling Blue. I'm not going to be doing any points today. We're going to do the bingo, then we're going to talk about a few things, and then we're going to end it there. This is going to be quite short, because I don't really want to talk about the game, to be fair, and B, I've got my dinner in the oven, so I'm going to want to go and do that, so, woohoo. Let me pause my stuff, and get my chat up, as usual. Right, cool. Now I'm going to preface this quickly by saying that I don't think this result is as bad as a lot of people are making it out to be. I don't think that this result is something that we should be too miffed about. They are the champions of England for 4 or 5 years running, and in general they outclassed us today in multiple different areas. And yeah, it's one of those things where, like, when you don't take your chances against a team as good as Man City, they are going to punish you. And obviously now they're coming back into form after they've been ravenously out of form in the last few weeks, or throughout the season, really. Yeah, we kind of always knew this was going to happen. As I said, I'm going to switch to the this scene and try and fix this because it's not right. Lovely. Oh great, there we go. We're gonna do the bingo first, and then I'll kind of talk about other things. Defensive howler, we got this. Didn't get this. We got this. Didn't get this. I haven't checked if Reece got things, but he wasn't really up the pitch today. He was really in a reserve role, so I'm guessing no. Palmer went absolutely missing. Last week's scapegoat was the same as this week's scapegoat, so that's not getting ticked off. Caicedo didn't get booked for a clean tackle. Game was kind of boring in my eyes. Defense scores. Yeah, Gvardiol scored. He's a defender, I guess that counts. I don't think any of this happened. That didn't happen. Joao didn't even play. I actually wanted to change this, but I didn't have enough time. So I didn't get to change this. Someone scores a worldie. No. Winger to winger. We always get this. No Nkunku, we didn't get that, unfortunately. If I flip upside down, let me know. We could do that. Gusto played, so we can take that off. Grass is always greener. Yeah, again, another case of this. It's always the same way where our wingers are just interchangeably shite. We didn't get a mention of Garnacho on comms, so that's basically what that was for. That didn't happen. We did get a Bob Marley John. And a free space is clown show. We have a clown show. There we go. If we had last week's scapegoat, then we would have gotten a bingo, but unfortunately we didn't. Right, let's get into the meat of this, because as I said, I'm not going to spend too much time talking about this game. This is one of those ones where you just have to kind of put it behind you and not think about it. I think, what should we talk about first? I think we should let's put out the obvious. If Robert Sanchez starts another game for Chelsea in his career, there's been some kind of fundamental problem, some kind of fundamental issue with the training or the scouting or what have you. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb here and suggest. Is it slightly shifted to the left? Yeah. The zoom has gone weird. There we go. Let's do that there. Thank you. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that I don't think that Enzo Maresca wants to play this guy. I think this is an executive decision from the higher-ups that he is forced to do. I think this might be a contractual thing because there is no fucking way that Enzo Maresca, with all his talent, has seen Robert Sanchez and decided that he wants to make him his number one goalkeeper. It does not make sense to me. There is absolutely no way this guy should ever be starting a football game in the Premier League, let alone for a team like Chelsea. If he, I said this last time when he made the last mistake. I said to him, I said that I'm slowly shifting over to the Sanchez out crowd. That one was a bit more forgivable. Mistakes happen. That's fine, right? Mistakes happen. We're all human. This one isn't a mistake. This is a conscious decision that Sanchez has decided to do, and it's just utterly fucking stupid. He's an absolute clown. He's a complete fucking bozo, and I genuinely have no good things to say. Usually, I would be like, oh, usually he's a good shot stopper. No, because he wasn't even a good shot stopper today. He made another mistake that went unpunished because Marmoush's goal was offside. With him parrying it straight back out to the attackers, just utterly awful. Genuinely, it's not. It's not. This is the thing, right? I'm gonna go out on a limb here because the same thing happened with Pochettino. We had the same thing with Pochettino where we were saying at the start of the season that Sanchez wasn't good enough, and he was still starting games until very, very late on when Petrovic took over. There is no way that Sanchez gets into this team, and it's a conscious decision by Enzo Maresca. I guarantee it is coming from the higher ups. I think that we have had a fundamental problem with our scouting and our kind of, what's the word? Our ability to tackle certain areas of the team. Goalkeeping is one of them. I think that this was a terrible, terrible idea to ever sign him in the first place. I think that it's the three positions. We always say it is striker, DM, and goalkeeper. They're all just they're situations which we just need to resolve. I said, if Jurgensen does not start for the rest of the season, then I don't know what's gone wrong. The whole club as a hierarchy has just gone completely wrong. Not going to talk on that anymore. Let's talk about Maresca. I'm going to be putting him in here, not for the reasons that that you guys are probably going to say. People are going to talk about game plans, tactics. This isn't for game plans or tactics. The reason I'm putting him in here is just because the substitutions are just pissing me off. They're just genuinely pissing me off at this point. We lose all. If I don't care if you want to play this negative counter-attacking style football against Manchester City, it's what you have to do. Manchester City are a very good team. They are a team that likes to keep possession. They're a team that have notoriously been only basically beatable by scoring on the transition. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with the tactics. What I'm not fine with is taking off our striker that is good on the transition, putting on fucking Nkunku, who is an utterly useless player. Genuinely useless. I don't think he touched the ball more than 2 times in that second half. And though Jackson has his issues, the one thing that he will always provide you is runs. The one thing he always provides you is energy. And we lose all of that when Nkunku comes on. I don't know why Guiu's not getting played. This would have been a great opportunity for Guiu, considering how shaky they were at the back at the start of the game. I think that him coming on and being an absolute menace would have been a good idea. We get Neto coming on. He gets put onto the left-hand side for some fucking reason. No clue why. He should be on the right side. Madueke didn't have a very good game. In fact, I'm going to talk about Madueke specifically. Where is he? Here. I'm putting Madueke in the medium box. He gets the goal, so he would usually go here, but he was utterly shit for the rest of the game, so he goes here. Of course, the main thing which I'm going to point out about Madueke is he's the complete and utter sole reason for the goal that they score. Not only is he just standing in a completely stupidly far back position, letting everyone be onside, but then he doesn't track the runner either. And it's just it's just so lazy. And I think we're getting to the point of the season where we're kind of unraveling because of the energy levels. We don't have the energy levels anymore. I think that was clear from the midfield today, was lackadaisical and leggy and didn't feel up to it. And I don't blame them for it. We don't really have any other options to play there. I think we absolutely must recall either Leslie Ugochukwu or Santos, preferably Ugochukwu, because I don't want to disrupt Santos's momentum at Strasbourg. I think he's been playing very, very well, and I wouldn't want to put an end to that too soon. But we need to get midfield reinforcements because Lavia's not reliable enough. Caicedo can't play every game. Enzo gets run around by these types of midfields, and it's just like, what can you do? What can you do? I think that let's talk about wingers. I think the wingers situation is starting to piss me off too, because we're starting to get those situations where our whole system is based, and I've been saying this since the start, our whole system is based on 1v1s. Our whole system is based on getting the ball out wide, beating players, getting into the box. Neither of our wingers can do it. None of the wingers in our team can do that. They're just not good enough. And then even when we do beat players like Madueke showed at the end of the game that he can do, they just put it to absolutely no one. Because we don't have a box presence. And even when we do have a box presence, they don't get found. I think, again, that's part of the reason why I'm going to be excusing Jackson a little bit here today. Because the service into him is just fucking terrible. I watched Jackson. I watched Jackson specifically because I'm a big fan of his. And it's utterly, utterly embarrassing the amount of runs he makes that go unspotted. It is so, so annoying. The amount of times that he makes a perfectly timed run in behind and no one passes the ball forward. The amount of times when he gets into good positions, and for example, Palmer, who had a fucking terrible game, he's going in here. He went absolutely ghosted this game. Oh god, what happened there? We genuinely... Oh god, what's going on? We genuinely... Okay, well... this is all gone Pete Song. We genuinely win this game. I guarantee we win this game if Palmer's pass to Jackson in the first half isn't overhit. No, don't say... No, this is the thing, right? I'm being harsh because I think people glaze Palmer way too much in situations like this. And I think that this is, again, I've mentioned this before. When you are a star player in a team, and like Palmer is, you have to show up in the big games. And he's just recently started doing this thing where he just kind of ghosts in games. And I think, again, today was a really poor game from him for his standards. Admittedly, his standards are very high, and that's what kind of affects this judgment. But yeah, it's just, it's simply just, he completely, I said it, he completely ghosted today. He didn't get involved in pretty much anything. I was watching I was watching the kind of live talk on Twitter and stuff about it, and I saw a lot of Man City fans being like, "Where the hell was Palmer today? Absolutely nowhere." No, he doesn't. That's the thing. No, that's the thing. People, this is the thing which pisses me off. Like, Jackson gets so much hate and gets so much kind of, oh, he's a bozo, he can't convert and stuff. But the service into him at times is utterly, utterly woeful. That, as I said, that pass from Palmer is so overhit and completely unnecessarily so. It's a 2v1 against the goalkeeper. It's an easy tap across goal and then tap into the goal. It's easy, but it's so overhit, and it's obviously Jackson can't get there on his weaker foot. And it's just like, he's going to get blamed for that situation, and that pisses me off. Because, like, he shouldn't be getting blamed for other players overhitting simple passes. And again, when he is the one that's making all the runs and making all the work and just not being found, it really bugs me, because this is the thing. It's like, oh, everyone's going to be saying, like, oh, we don't have good strikers. We don't have good strikers. And then you see what happens in the second half. As soon as Jackson comes off, we have no threat. Absolutely no threat whatsoever. And I know Jackson didn't have the greatest game, and he was having a bit of issues with his footwear. I imagine he was slipping over quite a lot. But it's one of those things where you can see it is absolutely night and day when Nkunku is on the pitch, for example, versus Jackson. We just have absolutely no way of getting out from the back. There's no way of getting out from the back. Nkunku doesn't touch the ball. He has no box presence. He doesn't even want to be here, from what, if we can believe what reports are saying. I don't get why he's starting over Guiu. I think that we have really now got a situation where we have 6 days left in this window, and if we do not bring anyone in, it's an absolutely categorically catastrophic failure from our board. There simply needs to be it's annoying to me because it seems so simple, and I know football is not very simple, and I know there's a lot of stuff that goes on in the background that we as fans do not know. But for me, it is utterly embarrassing to me that we have been in this window for 24, 25 days now. We still have got absolutely no progress on a new striker. We still have absolutely no progress on some kind of midfield recall or some kind of midfield reinforcements. We still have no progress on getting a left winger, which has been a target for a long time. And it's, as I said, it's going to be one of those situations where we get into these late stages of the window and we have to panic buy someone that isn't good enough, like a Garnacho, for example, even though considering the how terrible our wingers were today, I would have taken Garnacho in this game. I think he would have probably done a much better job, and that's saying something. Someone like that is probably going to come in. We're probably not going to get the striker target that we want, and we still have situations where we have about 5 or 6 players in our team that don't want to be here, and it's just sad. Just sad. But as I said, even though this is kind of an embarrassment of a loss because of the way that we started the game, that's the only thing which I will say, right? I don't think this is a bad loss because it's against a very, very good team. And even though they're out of form, they are still the English champions. They are a very good team. They've got a lot of quality in that team. So I'm not going to be a person that sits here and goes, oh, we should be winning this game. We should be winning this game 100%, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to be like that because I don't think that that's true. Obviously, Manchester City are a very, very good team. I think they're just slightly out of form. They have been slightly out of form for a few weeks, and that's pretty much it. They're getting back into form now, but the thing which is embarrassing is the fact that we started so well and just completely pissed it away after 20 minutes. That's the thing which pisses me off, because there's just defensive lapses that are happening that shouldn't be happening. We have goalkeepers deciding to fucking play with shadow puppets in the middle of the pitch for no reason. We've got wingers that can't take people on, and we've got our star player deciding to have a fucking holiday for this game and not bother playing. We have to rely on a recalled young centre-back that's barely trained with the team to carry our defence because everyone else in it is utterly shit. And to be honest, there's only one player that I genuinely believe can actually hold his head up high and say, you know what, I actually put in my best effort today, and that was Cucurella. And for that, I'm actually going to put him in the good box, and he's the only player I'm going to be putting in here. He was the only player today that I think genuinely actually tried his best. And you guys can agree with that. Yeah, I know they're missing. They've gone behind the background. I can't fix it, and I'm not going to fanny around with it for 20 minutes. I haven't got the time. Yeah, I generally don't think that anyone else on the pitch deserved to really... I mean, I can make a case for James. I think James was alright considering the position he was playing. I don't think it was the greatest kind of position for him. I think he locked up Marmouche in the second half pretty well. Apart from that, yeah, just... It's sad. I'm going to check the next game because I don't want to talk about this one anymore. Next game is on Monday, the 3rd of February. It's an 8 PM kickoff, late kickoff on the Monday, and it's against West Ham United at Stamford Bridge. So that'll be when you guys next see or hear from me, probably. As I said, I haven't really kind of mentioned why I'm quite busy recently, is that I'm planning a flight to America this month, so I'm kind of planning around that and going on a little bit of a break. So there we go. Been having some issues with that and planning and stuff, so I've been a bit all over the place. But yeah, we'll be back stronger, and hopefully Chelsea will be back stronger too. I don't think that West Ham is a game that we feasibly can lose. I think we're going to have a very good... I think we're going to have a similar situation to the Wolves game, where the Wolves game was very much thank God we've got this game when we've got it, because we can get some momentum back after we lost so many games in a row or didn't win so many games in a row. I think West Ham, again, perfect opportunity because they haven't been playing particularly well, even though they've gone a little bit better. So, yeah, and again, it's Graham Potter, and to be honest, even though I thought I was a big kind of Potter defender during his time at Chelsea, and I don't think he really was given the resources to do well, I think that he's a manager that will absolutely shit himself if he comes back to Stamford Bridge. So there we go. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. As I said, I couldn't stay too long for this stream because I've got a I've got a dish in the oven and I need to take it out in about 2 minutes. So we'll have to sign off here. But yeah, thanks for hanging out as ever, and yeah, I'll see you guys on Monday, or maybe before if I do another video in between. But Monday will probably be the next time you see me. As I said, thank you for hanging out. Enjoy your evenings. I'll see if I can enjoy the rest of mine. And as I said, keep the blue flag flying high as ever, because we'll be back next week. And yeah, we go again. Yeah, as Archer said, we go again. But yeah, peace.